Test 1, 2. Okay, I'm back again. Hello, YouTube. Thanks for joining and hanging out with me this evening. Hopefully, if you were just on, you are back again. But I'm using Prism Live because I remember how to use that one. And I think that... Can you hear me better now as well? I'm actually utilizing the Blue Yeti mic. This camera, and I can switch over to this camera view to show the top view. Yeah? All right. Yes, indeed. Take two, Dusty. Thanks for hanging out, bro. Appreciate it. We'll see how many more people actually jump back on, you know, now after try number 1, right? So I like using Prism Live, you know, for my, and you know what? That's the thing. I forgot how to go live at home. Better sound. Good. I'm happy to hear that as well. I'm using the Blue Yeti microphone at this time. So let's go ahead. I've got this ASUS ROG laptop. In fact, let's do it like this. I've got this ASUS ROG laptop. This is my son's laptop that I bought for him several years ago, but it worked great with Fortnite when we were playing over the holidays, where we had 5 people, my computer, my son's computer, my brother had his laptop over here, and this laptop that you're looking at right now, along with my an older gaming laptop. And the funny thing is, I have a gaming laptop. I didn't use it for gaming at all. I used it for work because I felt I needed better power. But that's what we've got going on at this time. Let's go ahead and flip this over and go from there. Looks like I started the process and I put the screw back and forgot to tighten it down good enough. But I'm going to use this electric screwdriver to basically undo all the screws, and yeah, we'll go from there. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me and watching along as I just replace this. And that's all this is. This is going to be a quick video. I'm going to replace this. I'm going to return this hard drive back into its home. And I originally... What I put in there when I first bought it is an SSD, which will turn into just regular storage as opposed to other storage. So maybe I ought to, you know what I should do? I should play some background. I should play some background music while I'm doing this instead of, what do you think? So let's see if we could find some. I utilize Epidemic Sound for my music. And so, oh, okay, there's a screen there. How do I go back? Okay, here, ACAM. Like I said, I've forgotten how to use Prism Live on my, my computer at home, as funny as that sounds. And that's what happens when you don't practice or do the thing, right? So, Epidemic Sound. Enter and log in, and let's see here, music, discover. What do you guys want to listen to? What's decent background music? Let's see, winter sports now trending. What's going on here for good background music? Vlogs. Let's see what's in this vlogs playlist that's in Epidemic Sound. So yeah, exactly. You're so used to drive streaming, easy, less complications. All right, and so I've got to do it like this also. Can you hear music by chance? Turn the speaker on. That might help. Ooh, too loud. You need a hammer for that type of work, right? All right, is the music too loud? Waypoint New England, thank you for joining as well. Yep, I'm in the process right now of replacing a hard drive in a laptop because I'm going to send this laptop to my son so that they can play Fortnite with me. Sounds funny, right? I mean, they've got a console and they've got let's see, they've got a console, he's got a laptop computer, but oh, that's not Move it out of the way. But for the kids to play, you know, they've got to always switch out. And so I know they want to play 4-way squads with me, and I would like to play 4-way squads with them also. Just, you know. Alright, let's see. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Alright, there. And then there. It's hard to see stuff. Alright, Night Train FPV, HDD to laptop, easy work. I just got new motherboard in and some RAM and RGB fans for my PC, weekend project. Yes, sir. Mike, thanks for joining, man. Pretty cool. Yeah, I've forgotten how to use Prism Live and how to live stream from my house. And so I'm like, you know what? I just want to... I started taking this thing apart, and I was like... So that's why that one screw is out already. But, yeah. Weekend work indeed, right? But it's been a while since I've done a live stream sitting at the desktop, you know, so just thought I'd share this whole process with you. And so let's pop the cover off. The bottom, if it's a bottom cover, would that be called a bobber? Yeah. Alright, so we'll set that off to the side there. And alright, this is where the hard drive is right there. Let's go ahead and remove that. Let's see, Akarasho, my current laptop is 7 years old. It's an antique. And you know what the funny thing is? If we look closely at this, it's probably really hard to see and read it. Let's see if I do like this and zoom in that way. I think right here I thought it said 2016. There. October 11, 2016. This is that old also. But it's been sitting in a box, you know. It's been sitting in a box, just not being utilized. So it's effectively a brand new 1 terabyte HDD. And so when I get a new laptop, if it did not come in with an SSD, I'll replace it with an SSD laptop hard drive. So inside here right now, back to this and zoom it back out. Let's move this over a little bit also. Since this is the focus, right? Make sure I'm still on reverse so I don't strip the screws out. I'll replace the HDD, if that's what it came with an SSD. For all the benefits of having, looks like there was a loose screw in there. That's funny. For all the benefits of having an SSD in a computer. Now laptops today, laptops today they come with SSDs, so that's a good thing, right? I think anyway. But this is a pretty old laptop, and my son's been using it for gaming since, you know, for a while. In fact, I think he tried to get me into, you know, playing other video games, which I wasn't really into. But I did to try to hang out with him a little bit and do stuff with him. And so we found common ground with the Fortnite. All right, there. This is attached here. Right on, man. Right on. Nah, to each their own, I guess, right? So I'm basically just gonna slide this way to disengage. And so this is a Samsung solid state drive. It served its purpose, which will effectively turn into just a regular regular hard drive now. So can't see what I'm doing. I like these magnetic screw trays. They are extremely handy. you can't see what I'm doing. Apologies. Zoom it back out. There we are. You and your floppy disk. Indeed. Alright, so one more screw. And there. So, this was just a 512 gigabyte solid state drive. 850 Pro. Still a good tool. It's not irrelevant yet anyway. And we're gonna go ahead and return this back in. So before I button it up, make sure that it sits proper. Yep, that's the way it goes. And yeah, I can go ahead and replace these screws here. Now what I'll do from a standpoint of not stripping out the screw when I go forward with this electric screwdriver is I hold it real loose like this, right? And once the screwdriver spins on its own, like that, you saw that spin at the end, I know that it's tight enough. It doesn't need to be super tight. So do the same thing with this one here. I didn't know Jason was Louis Russ Man. I don't know who that is, what the reference is. New board came with CD. I haven't had disk drive in forever. I know, right? It's like, what is a CD? Alright, let it spin on its own. 2 more screws, and this process is pretty quick. And once this is in place, then I'll send this off. Because I thought about, oh, just take off all the what do you call it? Take off all the severance stuff, but what a pain in the butt that could potentially be, just looking for all of his old pictures and stuff like that he had on here, and you know, it's gaming stuff and homework or whatever. So I thought it's easier to do it this way, and it's a brand new drive. You know, granted, yes, 6 years old, but brand new drive, the original drive that it came with. You know, new Windows operating system, effectively, or you know what? I don't even know what Windows is on this one. I'd have to look at the sticker that's on the front from a couple years ago, right? So, all right, I'm gonna have to place these like so here. A little bit more finesse, right? Who is Louis Russmani? I'm not familiar with that reference, brother, but that's okay. Maybe I ought to just get my screwdriver and do it that way. It'll be easier. Where's that toolkit at? Alright, so let's see here. Louis Rossman repairs electronic equipment and is a big advocate of self-repair. Oh, alright, well, there you go. Learn something new every day, right? So, that's cool. Yeah, I'm all about self-repair and fixing things on your own as well, because if you have the tools and equipment to do so, then yeah, why not? By all means, repair it on your own, you know? So I've got this cool, Amazon electronics kit that my wife got that she doesn't use. She used it, I think, for one of the screwdrivers once a while ago, and she's like, "You want it?" I was like, "Sure, I could use it." And so, yeah, I'm using it now. All right, let's get back to this here. I believe it might be a PH0. It's a handy little toolkit. I mean, check this out. You know, I mean, I think I could extend that out like that. You know, so that's kind of cool. I think. You know, it's got all the different bits. It's got this flexible bit on here too, if I wanted to get into an angled space, I guess. So, all right. So there's this screw, just like this, and tighten that down there. Man, my hand's all wobbly. Akarasho put a link in for his channel. A link in for what? Oh, for Lewis Rossman? Yeah, for sure. Do it. It'd be fun to... I mean, that's how we learn a lot of stuff, right? YouTube videos. That's how I learned how to become a tree climbing arborist. It's funny, this screw is actually loose inside the computer here. Just hanging out. Alright, so I was right. This is it's got a little bit of a magnetism in it. Northside Hawk Dominic, how are you, brother? Thanks for hanging out all the way from Australia. I've gone international. I'm an international YouTuber now. Thanks, Dominic, for hanging out, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I rarely do a live stream or, you know, something like this at night. This is the first for me. You know, this evening setup that I've got going on right now. Thought I'd try something a little bit different, you know. And all I'm doing is replacing this. I just put the old hard drive, the original hard drive, back into this old laptop. Removing the working hard drive, which will become just 512 gigs of storage. Put that off to the side there, and yeah, we'll button this thing up, and I'm going to assume that it will all be operational, still working, because I'm gonna send this to my brother so that they can play Fortnite with me, all four of us. So yes, I've gotten into playing a little bit of Fortnite. All right, let's do it like this. We're just going to place all the screws and then zip, 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 zip. Call it a day, right? Hey, Mags. She just came in here and then left. Alright, so what I'll do is when I tighten everything down with this electric screwdriver, put the glasses back on. In order to not tighten it down too much, I'll let it spin out of my hand like that. And holding it real loose. Alright. Holding the screwdriver real loose like in my hand. And when it spins on its own, it's tight enough as far as I'm concerned. If my brother wants to put a new HDD or SSD in there, I'm sure he's got plenty of those as well. But he's actually a Linux programmer. And so he doesn't utilize Windows or Mac or anything like that. That was tight. But, all right, what else? Who else has joined? Nobody new? That's cool. It's just the guys that want to see what Jason Laverius has got going on, right? Something new and different. But yeah, I've gotten into playing video games. I still fly drones. In fact, I was on the phone with a local airport today to try to get approval to fly at the airport, and it was pretty cool because the operations supervisor had told me. So this is all buttoned up. We'll turn this on in here in a second, but. Since this is a drone channel, we'll talk a little bit about drones, but I am in the process right now of getting approval to fly at an airport, which is an oddball request. And so, of course, typically if there are drone flights near an airport, so I was told, and it still has not yet been approved, so I could be jinxing this whole process right now. But I was asked, the client requires photo and video to be shot over an active airport. And so I put the request in, and because it was such an oddball request, especially it's like, you're a Part 107 guy, right? So you know you can't fly over here. Well, with coordination, with air traffic control, with the airfield operations, I hope that I could, Do those glasses attach the nose bridge with magnets? Yes, indeed. These are Click, CLICs. In fact, here I'll put a link on the thing, because I actually got my Amazon affiliate link set up. So if you don't mind, I would like to put that up there, But these glasses are awesome. My brother-in-law was here several weeks ago, and I saw them, and they go right around his neck, and he puts them up, and they are awesome. And you can get them in all kinds of different prescriptions. I need glasses now for reading, but Click. There you go. I had a pair of those a year ago. What happened to them, Dom? You know, it's yeah, I really like them. I'm very happy with them. I, for the most part, have them wherever I go. You know, let's see. Let me close this here. Are you satisfied with the theme? Yeah, it's good. This song's good enough. Change the volume a little bit. I feel like it's too loud. I can't hear me think. But these are awesome, and it does have a magnet on the end here. Pretty hard to see. Let's see if I let the focus in on my hand. That's the magnet there, and then here's the other magnet, and they click into place. Yeah, and it's click. But they're awesome. They're high enough around my neck also, so they're not dangling so low, which I don't like. I break glasses easily. You know what? For what? I think I got these for $30 or $40, and they got sales all the time on the website or on Amazon. Good set of a good tool to say the least. You know, but yeah, I'm in the process of getting airspace authorization to fly at an airport because I guess their marketing department wants overhead shots of the runway and such. So I think I know you those. I break glasses easily. They broke. Oh yeah, they break. Anything can break, especially if you break glasses easily, right? Warren, these are awesome. And so yeah, click on that link. It'll show you also the various prescriptions that you can get. And of course, they have different frames as well and sizes. And check this out too. They retract or see. Got a little bit longer, Now I don't I got a little head, so I don't need it to be that large, but so it sits further back away from my head here. I don't know. Can you tell? Ooh, ads. Menu. So I'm utilizing a TV for a diffuse white screen video that I created. I created a 10-hour video of just white screen so that I can have a white screen on my face while I'm YouTubing. And what's funny is that this is an old plasma TV. Like, I bought this TV in 2007 and it still works. I mean, the picture is perfect fine. The blacks are still black. There's no lines across it. The only drawback to this is that it's gigantic, and it's not gigantic. It's only a 43-inch TV, which back in 2007 was like $2,000 or $3,000 for this thing. I bought it from Crutchfield's, and they had it delivered to the apartment in New York City. And so, yeah, this thing is so heavy. It's a two-man lift. I mean, years ago I was able to do it myself, but now, this is one of those things. Chris Lopez Fitness, thanks for hanging out this evening. I appreciate you. What time is it over there in the Philippines? 9:30 a.m. Yeah. I think Dominic, you're in a very similar time zone as the Philippines. Yeah. But yeah, these glasses are awesome. So let's see if this computer works, shall we? So turn it on, and it says, where's the Windows thing? It's Intel Core i7 7th generation, NVIDIA GeForce GTX, VR ready. It doesn't say. Strix. I thought it usually has the Windows thing on here, but we'll see if this thing actually works still. Yeah. So yeah, take a look at that link for the glasses if you're looking for a good pair of glasses. I really like them. In fact, they are, you've seen me wear them at work, on the drive streams, So yeah, I'm banking on this computer working perfectly fine. So 10:30 a.m. here in Korea. Okay, I didn't realize you were in Korea, Chris. I thought you were in the Philippines. So cool, right on. So I've got Florida, America here. Let's see who else. Dominic's in Australia. Dusty's in Florida. Chris Lopez is in Korea. That's pretty cool. So all right. Number lock. Where's that number lock button? Can't see. Alright. I'm +2 to Korea. Okay, rock on. Yeah, it is 8:30 8:30 p.m. here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And so on that note, good evening to everyone from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Let's see. All right, so let's see. What Windows version is this? Windows settings. How crazy would it be if it showed up and represent and showed dang Windows 11? How did that happen, right? All right, standard moderator for Miss Happy Yippee. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you hanging out with us this evening. I just finished switching out a hard drive out of a laptop. And so, Jason International Man of Mystery. Yeah, because we don't know what we're going to talk about next, right? What will we talk about next? Oh, that's odd. Oh, there it goes. The diffused white screen. Chris Lopez, thank you for joining. Okay, see, I'm just trying to figure out what Windows version this is for, because my brother is going to take this laptop and set it up for them to play Fortnite with and on. Did you guys see that? So the last time I did it, I started playing Fortnite with them on the 27th. And after the first game, my brother basically walked me through the whole process of how to play, the controls, setting up the keyboard, this and that. And once all that was set up and done, I was like, this is actually a lot of fun. And I see all these other live streamers. I thought, I want to try that also. And so I hit live stream and wasn't really paying attention to the chat, just focused on playing the game, and we streamed for like 4 hours straight playing video games. I think we went to bed at like 2 a.m. that night. And then the next night we went to bed at 2 a.m. playing Fortnite again, 3 a.m. One night was even 4 a.m. And we're like, we can't do that again. But I really enjoy playing that video game, you know, and I'm not a video gamer either. I guess I am now, right? And so my friends at work, they're like, yo, did you see Jason live streaming Fortnite? So they're all cracking up on me at work, which is pretty cool and entertaining for them and me at the same time. So I enjoyed it, you know, and I enjoyed chatting with you in the chat, you know, and talking a little bit about what I got going on here as well. So yeah, if you guys have a link of a new video that you created that you would like to share, go ahead, post that in the comments, the chat there, so that we can take a look at it and enjoy what you've got going on, you know, especially if you're doing new and exciting things. All right, Windows, where are you, Windows? Let's see here, About, I think it's the About button, Windows 10. So it's not too old. It's still got Windows 10 on it. Let's see here, 12 gigs of RAM. All right, so yeah, this is effectively a brand new computer again. So Ted, if you're watching, Isaac, I'll be sending this to you two guys tomorrow. Someone mentioned to me about sending batteries, so it'll probably just have to go by ground as opposed to like 2-day air or whatever, you know, but that's okay. I'll wrap this up and get this over to you guys as soon as possible, so we could do some Fortniting. But that'll be fun. And on that note, you know, I mean, yeah, I've enjoyed Fortniting so much, and you know, and learned a lot at the same time. It's almost like, man, I wish someone had told me that. I wish someone had told me this and that about the game. And my brother's told me this about this and that as well. And he and Isaac are good instructors and teachers for the game itself, as well as my son, and because he plays as well. And they're all very good. You know, they're like, oh, quick scope, oh, no scope, sniper shot. You know, and so I'm like, you know, still trying to figure things out. I mean, I use this mouse, which is not a gaming mouse. It's actually, I guess, a productivity Logitech MX Pro mouse. But what's nice about this particular mouse that I'm using for this video game is I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pressing in inputs. So I've got a couple different ways to, I guess, switch weapons or run or do whatever, you know. But as a result of, you know, I was using an ergonomic keyboard, and check this out, you'll get a kick out of this, to play. Now you're going, okay, yeah, it looks like a regular keyboard, it's all wavy, but look what I did too. I have cardboard cutouts. I have cardboard cutouts so I wouldn't touch the Windows Start key button or the caps lock button, because I continued to always press that button in the middle of the game and it would go to Windows, and I don't want to disable it because it's a productivity computer as well. And so I created these barriers for the keyboard so I wouldn't press it. So, you know, the WASD is here. This is my touch point, so I know that that's crouch and space for this game. And it's basically blocking that Windows key so I don't mistakenly drift my thumb over to press it. Same thing with the caps lock key, so that's kind of funny. But I've discovered that this shift key is very sticky. I mean, I'm pressing on it and there is a delay on it. And what's funny is I asked my son, hey, so what gaming keyboard do you use? And he texted me this morning, or he replied via email. He goes, I actually left my gaming keyboard at home so you could use it. And he went ahead to Walmart and bought another one. So, did it turn off? Yeah, that shut off. So I'm actually using this keyboard here. If you're interested in seeing, put that computer away. Let's see a top view of my keyboard, my son's keyboard, my new keyboard, because if he has a new keyboard at school already. I'm using this keyboard now. It's a Razer, but it's a Sinosa Chroma keyboard, which, you know what? That Windows Start key is far enough away. I've not had to, you know. Yes, yeah, no kidding, Dusty. And there are a lot of buttons for sure in this game, and they're a huge learning curve to say the least. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream right now. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and enjoying. Hey, Maggie, you want to say hello to Maggie? Maggie, come here. Oh man, something just fell. That's not cool. Well, I'll fix that here in a little bit. I know. The office is messy. You know, got all kinds of stuff going on. All right, goodbye. You know, so yeah, but I appreciate you guys hanging out and joining me this evening. You know, as I tackled this project, this new project and this new hobby of video gaming, if you will. And I'm actually going to. I know we talk about I've had various people tell me, oh, you just put your gaming stuff in here because that's all about you, you know. I am going to start a new channel specifically for gaming just so I could keep this space my, I guess, vlogging, you know, when I'm drive streaming, and it's a drone channel. Jason Laverius is a drone channel. That's the name of my drone business also. And but I am going to start a video gaming channel for, you know, my successes. I'm reviewing, actually, I will eventually get to reviewing this piece of equipment. The Razer Tartarus, which is a left-handed keypad, which I don't like. Stay tuned for the review about that. It's a good piece of kit. My nephew, Isaac, he likes playing with it, and so he's still really good about it. But Dusty, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody hanging out and joining me this evening. Let's see here. I think I was actually able to address and say hello to everybody in the chat, you know. So thank you very much for hanging out. Dusty, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down now. Have a great evening, brother. Appreciate you. Edge FPV, nice, but I can't play with that. Edge FPV, let me give this to you as well. I know you hang out in the live streams every once in a while. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this right now. When you say you can't play with that, are you talking about this this Tartarus? I can't. But the thumb, the spacebar is too far away. I've actually got to put my thumb down here to play it, which is what I don't like about it, you know. But I am actually going to do a review of this. And I offered it to my son, but he likes playing keyboard instead. So, all right, guys, have a great evening. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down, and I'll talk to you guys later on. All right, peace. All right, that was cool.